Yo, people, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Manchester United Unfiltered podcast. It's not on a Saturday, Sunday. We normally film on a Sunday, but because it's match day, because we thought, it's fresh, Man United game as well. We could talk about it. Plus, the El Clasico's on tomorrow night, so I'll be watching that game tomorrow. So big up to everyone locked in. Flawless will be on his way. So don't worry, people. Flawless is on his way. Double A couldn't make it. Family situation. So big up to Double A. Hope everything's okay. But we do have Ash back, man, which is a big bomber. You know what I mean? Man like Ash, man. It's good to have you back on the podcast, man. How you been, bro? You good?
Yeah, pleasure as always, Saeed. Yeah, just getting on. It is. But yeah, glad to be back. Blessed as always. Appreciating life and that, and back with chat, and back being in the Champions League. Not seeing you since we were at the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? We'll take that, innit? The champions. Can't wait, mate. Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? Exciting times. But let me say, today was disastrous, though.
Man.
We'll talk about it. That stank. That just... everything came crashing back down there today. So I'm sure we'll talk about it. But at least on a positive, it's made Ineos and it's made Carrick go, okay, look, this needs improvement. It needs big improvement. So and if anyone was confused about us needing, a complete overhaul again, then there was an example today, because we looked shocking today. So yeah. But our pleasure is always to be back, and I'm looking forward to chatting with Flawless and yourself and the chat, and all love to Double A as well. Sorry.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up, definitely, man. Now, listen, we're gonna definitely get into it. There's not gonna be anything held back, should I say? And man, it was a poor performance, man. Probably for me, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that was the worst performance under Carrick. If I'm being really honest with you, that was one of the worst performances under Carrick. People say Newcastle. But I think for me, Newcastle had a couple of chances really to get a result. We didn't, you know what I mean? I think we hit the post. We had a couple of chances and whatnot. But yeah, that was really, really bad, man. And I put the title there. Are we ready for Champions League next season? Because, boy, one or two players go out, and we look a different team. Like, I don't know how we're going to replace Casemiro, man, because, boy, we've not won a single game when he's not been on the pitch. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, Ashman, how we're going to replace him. Xerxes didn't really get his chance, but again, you can't really blame him because he's not really had enough game time. I don't know.
He looked poor today, though, didn't he? Xerxes looked poor today.
He was poor, yeah.
He had a chance. He had a chance there to go, look, all right, I've not been in the team for a little while now, but here you go. Here's what I'm going to do for you. But he looked lazy. He looked slow. He just, He
looked out. Rhythm wasn't there for me with him, but. What do you put that down to, man? Because obviously a lot of people don't want Carrick. Some people want Carrick. But was that just a bad day in the office, or has that been coming for you in terms of the games that we've been playing? Like, do you think that was a warning sign that, you know what, man? Like, we're not there yet. You feel me? In terms of the results. I've been getting away with it a few results here and there.
Well, look at the Leeds game. The Leeds game not too long ago. We looked worse. In that first half, and that was horrendous. And then we somehow got back. With 10 men, we played a little bit better. But I feel like it's been coming for a little while. It seems like these players continue to have the issue of they struggle with motivation in the games that aren't the Liverpool, the Man City, the Arsenal, and it's frustrating. You'd expect by now, they'd realise that every game's a big game at Manchester United, because the moment you drop off, fans are on you. They're on you, and they're calling you out. And today was a chance to go and show, go and enjoy yourself after you've got yourself Champions League. You guaranteed it. Go play some nice football. Mason Mount's not played for a while, but slowly been building up a bit of fitness. He just stank the place out today. He really. You wouldn't have been surprised if he got 2 yellow cards. With some of his timing in those challenges. Yeah. I just, honestly, I don't feel like there was a decent player on that pitch today other than Senna Lamans. Do you know what I mean? He was the only one that was giving a decent account of himself. I think we had our first shot in the 90th minute, was it? First shot on target?
Yeah, 90th, plus 90, it was mad. And that was Cunha's shot, that was straight at the keeper. Didn't really get anywhere, did it? Let's be honest.
No, not at all. And you got Mbermo, Cunha, Ahmad, you got, Xerxes there, you got Bruno today. I mean,
horrible,
he was...
horrible.
horrendous. Doesn't help in these games. Again, you know, it frustrates me because we know his quality, we know how good he is as a footballer, but in these games are the ones that you expect him to show up. You know, you expect him to control and dominate, but no, that was shocking today. I feel like it was coming, and that's the worrying thing. And Michael Carrick didn't really do enough to kind of change it and affect the game. His substitutions
didn't really make an impact, did it? BOMBA wasn't great. Dogu tried, but again, I think for me, this left wing role, people need to relax with it. I did say it, man. He's a left back. And if we need to in certain games, we can play left wing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different playing when you need to win versus when you need to contain and you need that box-to-box presence. You know what I mean? We need to be careful of expectations of Dogu as well. You know? So I just think for me, you know what it is, bro? Like, the holes in the team are just there, man. And it's like, I think for me, where we've got to, you have to give good credit or big testament to Carrick for even getting us here, man. You know what I mean? The fact that we've only got, 2 losses, 3 draws, and the rest of them are wins. It's a huge testament to Michael Carrick, but it's still glaring as to what Man United still need. Like, when I say 6 signings, I don't mean for the sake of saying 6 signings. I mean it because we need 6 signings. 3 of them are in the midfield. Like, Mason Mount is playing for Manchester United in a double pivot. Like, that right there should send signals to the board to be like, that could happen if you only decide to bring in a midfielder, maybe 2, because they may get injured. Who knows? You need 3 to make sure you're very, very, very secured. Because if you don't...
Well, okay, if Mason Mount's injured there, who plays next to Cobby? Do you know what I mean? So...
it would have been Jack Fletcher today, or Tyler Fletcher.
Yeah, and you know, and we've got a big season next season. What is it, 25 plus games? You know, so
bro, you're looking at least 50 odd games next season, maybe 60.
No, I mean like 20 added on top. Do you know what I mean? On top of the games we played already. So I mean, it's worrying. It is worrying how much of a drop off in talent and quality when you just take out Casemiro. And obviously, you know, we know how good Casemiro is, but you know, to see it on actually, you know, on the field against a Sunderland side who today, I mean, they look like they could be got out at points, but at no point did we have any control in the game. Like, we were really struggling just to put 2 or 3 passes together. Like, the passing was off. And maybe it was all of Xerxes. Whose birthday party was it this week? I can't remember. Was it Xerxes?
No, that was a while ago, to be fair. It was coming.
Oh, was that a while ago? Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to blame a birthday party then, you know. No, well, there's nothing to blame then. Like, they just stank out the place. They got no excuses because, today they look sloppy. They look slow. They just look poor. But then again, I'm trying to think. When's the last time we had a 3 o'clock kickoff? Maybe it was a little bit of that because we've been playing a lot of nights and stuff. And I'm trying to make excuses for them because I don't want to murder him because, to be honest, they were shocking, a lot of them. And you know what I'm going to go after is in Maguire. How many times do we see Maguire jump, push, and then there's space in behind? Like, really, if we're being honest, Sunderland should have scored 2 or 3 today.
They did. They should have. Yeah,
telling them scored 2 or 3. And we go to the Brentford game again. Brentford were the same. They, you know, Thiago, he could have scored 2 or 3. So we've been lucky, really, and we've got to be thankful to Senny Lamans. Do you know what I mean? Because I mean, he as always, he's the man at the back, and I feel so comfortable and confident with him. And what about Aiden Nevin? Why is he not playing? Bro, what's Lisandro Martinez coming in back? What's he deserve to get back into the squad? We got to ship him out. I mean, we got to cash in on him now. He's injury prone. You know, he's too risky on the ball. And Heaven was comfortable. Heaven was calm the last couple of games. I don't understand why you go and change that then. It's frustrating. It was a frustrating day today. I'm screaming at the TV just at the sloppiness, and it was made even worse for me because my lads who I coached today, we got beat 10-4. Do you know what I mean? And my lads were sloppy today. I got them in at half time and I'm screaming, and they're only like 8 and that. Do you know what I mean? 8 and 9, and I'm screaming at them like, lads, get yourselves together. What is this? So off the back of that, it was painful to watch today. We had nothing going forward. Nothing through the midfield.
Nothing. Like Flawless, big up to you, bro. But
big up, man. Apologies on the lateness to you both. Big up the chat as well, man. Big up.
Do you just put that down to lack of changes? Or the amount of change we made as to that performance? Like, do you put it down to the fact that the personnel that come in just aren't good enough? Or do you still expect better from the players that were there? Like, we still had a near enough fit team out there that could still win that game. You feel me?
Yeah, even with injuries and players missing, there's a certain standard you shouldn't drop below. And the fact that I heard Ash mention it about our first, you might have mentioned it, Saeed, about our first shot on target being a 90+ minute. Like, that's unacceptable. Whatever Manchester United side is out there, it should be much better than that. But also, on top of that, do I put it mostly down to the personnel changes? Yes. Because never once, one thing that United fans, we don't agree on anything 100%. But I think 100% we'd all sell Mason Mount. I'm just using that.
Oh, massively.
We'd all sell Mason Mount.
I got a petition out, man. So everyone just
we'd probably get more signings than the Mbappe position. And people will talk about like the lack of control in the game. Mount and Bruno are in your midfield. Even if you rate those players, they are not profiles of players that are going to control a match. 2 of those 3, like signed petition. Even though I thought Mount, like, he showed what he does off the ball. It's just that on the ball, he gives you nothing. Like, that's what the problem lies. Like, there was blocks, he got interceptions, he got around the pitch. Also, what people are forgetting as well is Sunderland are all wrong for us stylistically.
Yeah.
All wrong. They got too much athleticism, man. That is literally just
grit and fight and everything.
That is literally Wakanda FC. All them AFCON players they got over there is too much for us, man. Like, and we know we struggle against athletic sides. And you add it there. That's also why. So when people say, oh, we were sloppy, which we wasn't, we didn't look sharp. They was sharp. They did add that. I mean, they did do that. And that's why so many times we got caught on the ball. So many times they got to, if they didn't win the first ball, they won the second one, etc., etc. So yeah, that's what I do put it down to largely. Maguire, you've seen it even for the chance. Who missed the 1-on-1? I think it was Siddiqui who missed the 1-on-1. He ran off the back of Maguire. Yeah. And it's a great save by Lemens. Lemens was very, very good today, in particular in the first half as well, with that save. And there's the one where Brobby crashed into him as well. But you seen that there with Maguire. Martinez wasn't good as well. Mount is just not good enough. Like, no matter what he is, he's genuinely like, he's an 8. But we know he's not good enough. Bruno, this is why we're critical of him. I heard Ash mention that. Like, when you're looking for your captain to stand up and be counted and help you get control of games. And yes, getting goals and getting assists is all well and good, but this is why I'm so critical of him at times, because he don't help out. There's times you need to sit in and we need to be a midfield 3, especially when Mount's in there, because we probably get away with it if Casemiro's in there.
Or just calm the game, Flawless. Or just calm the game, you know. So, but he's there doing them around the corners, one touches. Do you know what I mean? It's going to nobody, and it's just surrendering possessions.
Yes, and it's frustrating because he plays the same. I say this all the time. My biggest critique of him is he plays the game the same way, regardless. There's zero game management.
Yeah,
he plays as if we're 3-0 up, or we're 3-0 down, or it's 0-0 and the momentum's with us, or if it's 0-0 and the momentum's with the opposition. You have to have game management, and then the attack just wasn't on it today as well. No. And that's very, very rare. I think that's the first time we haven't scored in 20-odd games, which is very, very rare. And we should have. Cunha should have buried one of those 2 chances towards the end, but overall not good enough. But I didn't need a poor performance against Sunderland to go. But Manchester United need this, and this. How many times on this show have we discussed over literally since Carrick's entire reign, since the start of the year, for 5 months, we've spoken about what Manchester United need and how many more players we need, whether that's starters or the starters and the squad players as well. So yeah, everyone knows our midfield needs adding to.
That's the problem, though, isn't it?
Issues. Yeah, it is a problem. Yeah. It is a problem.
But because we can't address it right now, everyone's just putting their frustration on Michael Carrick, when reality is he's working with what he's got, and what he's got isn't good enough. When you take one player out, you can't replace him, and people expect miracles from Mason Mount, and I don't know who else is out there.
I think people expect miracles from Carrick, because that's what I don't get is people, and I keep having this conversation. People, I always say the same, people are very critical of Carrick, whether it's like I'm on my live chat or whatever, I'm on a stream and people pop up and be like, oh, Carrick's not good enough, Carrick's not this, Carrick's not that, Bear in mind, we've won 10 out of 15 games. So I always ask them one simple question: how many starters do you think we need? And they'll tell me 6, 7. I had one guy tell me 8. So that's a whole new team. So we need a whole new team, but you're there crashing on the manager, but you don't rate the team at all. And that's not, again, not just squad players to bring in actual starters. So, yeah, like we know our deficiencies. I think we know Martinez, like Heaven should have started today. You could say, all right, that's a mistake on Carrick, but that's one. We know Maguire's deficiencies. We know what Luke Shaw don't do, even though he was good. I thought Maz was very good defensively, actually.
Yeah, Maz is good defensively.
Yeah, Maz he did very well. We know what Mount gives us. We know what Mount lacks. We know Bruno can be like that. And then the forward line just wasn't on it. I just put that down to after. Obviously, Ahmad's been in poor form the entire calendar year. So, yeah, but we can't fix it. So people can be critical of Carrick, but it's get the best out of what you can. And it was a fight and we was resilient and we got a point. Because that we got packed up 3-0, people would be much, much more critical. But yeah, the board need to go out in the summer and do what needs to be done to address it.
Bro,
which I think they will. They will.
Yeah. A couple of super chats came in. Gold St. Patrick says, say why are not stopping Lewandowski for Rashi? Speak on Xerxes and Mount. Both need to leave. And Victor White says, we can't be serious with Carrick. 16 unbeaten for Iriola right now. It's a thank you and move on. Boy. But the thing is, you know what it is though, man? I think they need to make a decision now. I really do now. I think for me, you kind of know what you're getting with Carrick, and you kind of know what you need if you want to change it. Like, I feel like for me, yeah, people will say wait to the end of the season, but should we really wait to the end of the season to find out who the manager is? Because if you're going to do your interviews, you could still do it now because Iriola said he wanted to leave. He wants to leave. They got Marco Rose in the door, and he's not in the job right now. Yeah. So you can still make that move. Guardiola, was it Guardiola signed while Pellegrini was still managing?
Yeah. And here the thing is, they don't necessarily have to make it public, but they should know. Because I presume that they're talking to people. They're talking to people. I heard like they've spoke like not approached, but like Nagelsmann, we know is on the list. We know Iriola, they're a fan of as well. So.
I don't think Nagelsmann's on the list, you know. I'll be real with you.
I don't think he's on the list.
I don't think he's on the list.
Came out saying he was, but
the amount of times Gary Neville's been talking about it feels like he was on the list because Gary Neville's been like pushing him so much over the past couple of weeks.
Reports came out saying he was on the list, but obviously they had concerns about the lack of Prem experience. I can't remember who, but someone in the chat will know better than me.
I think Iriola's on the list, but then Iriola's looking elsewhere for some reason. You feel me? So
because Iriola's probably thinking, right, like, am I just gonna sit and wait around for this, or am I gonna go elsewhere? But yeah, I think as long as they make they've made the decision, they don't have to make it public. I just want them to be decisive. Don't worry about us. Do what's best for the football.
I get that.
What they think is best, and there's only there's only 2 games left, and like we said, we know the recruitment. This is why I'm not crashing out about us needing players, because we knew we needed players. Yes, I wanted a better performance today, but at least there was some form of resilience there to go and get a point. Because when you're not playing well, don't get rolled over.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. And yes, there was an element of luck. Of course, they hit the post, but other than that, and we almost snatched it, and probably should have, to be honest. You got to score one of those two. The one he passed, and then the one he put straight at the keeper. But we're not going to play well. But we're not going to play well every week. Like, that's one thing. We're not. Even when if we sign players that have a great window, there's going to be off days. And when you have your off days, you try and get your win, or at least you get a point, and then you move from there. But
the
biggest thing I could say about Iriola is, and my expectations don't change on any of the managers who are coming in. That's what I would say. I would still expect the same. Like, for real. Like, if Carrick or Iriola in charge, my expectations are, even though I think Iriola's a better manager, they don't change.
Just Waffley says, big up, says, quality depth is so hard to find. Only player that holds bench and then comes into the team and looks steady is Aiden. We have a lot to do work, man. I agree, you know this idea of like depth, I think it's overrated, man. I think for me, quality that comes into the first team, I think you've got to almost have like for like replacements. You see when I see depth here, it has to be quality rather than quantity. Because Aiden Heaven, you just mentioned there, I think he goes straight into that first team and be like, you know what, he don't look out of place. Problem is though, have we got enough players that just almost like, yeah, they're all right, but are they knocking on that door for a first team? Like, I genuinely think, Ash, I next season, if you told me that player's bench, I'm not going to be moaning. I really am. I haven't got any favorites. Do I like certain players here and there? Do I think Cunha's been amazing this season? But if you're telling me Cunha is not the starting left winger. Big up Adam in the building.
Big up my brother.
If you're telling me Cunha's not starting left winger next season and we got someone else involved, so be it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are the players a bit too comfortable as well, Ash? You know what I mean? In terms of they think that their place is a given. Some of them have got too comfortable. Maybe Ahmad's one of them. You get me? Like, maybe.
Yeah. There's a lot of players around this squad. You look at Shaw, you look at Mason Mount, you look at these players where they're comfortable, they're happy, they're almost journeyman's not the right word, but they're at the stage of the career now where it's kind of they're coasting. They don't have to give too much. Do you know what I mean? They're happy just to clock in and then clock out. You know, they're not doing anything extra.
Yeah,
you know, they've got nothing to prove. You know, and it's. You want players like you see Aiden Evan there. Aiden Evan comes into the team. He's got something to prove. He's ambitious. He's got excitement winning his game. Do you know what I mean? You know, he wants to perform. You know, he wants to show himself as a player. And you need those kind of players in and around the squad. Those are on the bench who are coming in and going, look, I've got something to prove. I will show myself. And Cunha seems good enough for me that he would hold bench for a little while. And he'll come in and then continue to perform. We've already seen that. I think with Ahmad as well. You know, you look at him; he's happy to come off the bench, and you build quality on top of that, and then you're in a good spot. You're in a good position. It's just whether or not we're going to go out and get the amount of players we need in the summer, and that's going to be interesting. And you know, I am really worried where we're going. Can I go back to Carrick for a minute though, and the manager and Iriola, because. I think what Ineos are doing is they're keeping him on the interim contract because it's cheaper. It's cheaper to keep him on the interim contract because once they give him the big contract, the big sign-on fee and all that. Do you know what I mean? It's money out of the pocket. So and those boys are frugal. Do you know what I mean? They'll do anything to drag all the pennies out of it. So yeah, I feel like they'll wait to the end of the season, you know, and then announce it. You just keep him on this interim contract, this cheap contract until then, you know. And
maybe that's a good idea,
done.
you know. Because if they give him a contract now, then that means he starts on that wage. He's also his backroom staff start on that wage as well. So you know what, you have got a point there. But I just think for the fan base though, and I get it, who cares about the fans here and whatnot. But this is what I'm saying, like it's creating a
bit of a division between fans wanting this manager. Yeah. I see it.
If you are Carrick out, or you say you don't want Carrick, just let us know now. You know what I'm saying, and then we can all know what's happening. But right now, it's almost like, because everyone's just thinking, shit, I don't want Carrick. I want Carrick. I've made my mind up. You know what I mean? I think I'll give Carrick a year in the job, and then I'll assess my options in 2027. That's what I said. So then at least then there's clarity. We've got Carrick for a year. And if he's not the man after a year, we move on. But make a decision, then we can all just get ready for the recruitment. Because if you don't get it sorted now, after the season, you've got 2 weeks before the World Cup. You know what I mean? That's just 2 weeks before the World Cup. You know what I mean? And then what happens then? What if say now, for example, Iriola doesn't want to come to Man United anymore because we took time in getting to him? You feel me? What if that's the problem now, that we haven't got to him and he's been like, you know what, you lot hesitated. Crystal Palace come in now because Crystal Palace is talking to him now. They are talking to him. They are wanting him. So if they say right now, we want him, and then Man United say we wait until the end of the season, you missed out on the manager there. You see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I can't single Crystal Palace though. He's better than that. It's just it's a backward step, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Apparently he likes the project. Apparently that's what the word of mouth is. He likes the project.
Yeah, but Glasner was moaning about the project and not being backed in the project. Do you know what I mean? So you know what I think potentially Ineos might be looking at as well is Carrick as a number 2. Like get someone like someone a little bit more storied, get someone a little bit more, you know, older in the terms, and then bring Carrick in as a number 2. Do you know what I mean? You know, keep him there, keep him around.
Yeah. What are you saying, Adam? Because you've been kind of 50-50 on Matt Carrick. Have you been like, you know what, I'm not sure. Do you think the football's good? Do you like what's going on? I mean, someone here saying here, big up Mohammed Isma said, please don't give Carrick the job. He's a championship manager. He don't even do subs until very late. Boring football, yes, results, but bad games. Do you see that, Adam, or are we being harsh on Carrick? What do you see?
I think as an interim, he's done a good job. But to be honest, we are a defensive team with Carrick. Like, whether we like it or not. Okay. And the fact that we score goals has got nothing to do with being an attacking team. I mean, you can score a lot of goals and be a defensive team. This is what Jose Mourinho teams are all about, and many defensive managers are actually like that. So if people want him and they want him to start playing on the ball and start being the football we want to see at United, I don't think he's the right man for that, Saeed. And I think main reason why the results are that good is because we are quite defensive. I think we are a defensive team with Carrick, which is not so bad, to be honest. We needed stability. We needed to bring back structure and a core and to have some shape. And I think that's a good thing, to have the team working together as a unit more. But I don't see it really for the future, to be honest. What
do you see? What do you see? What specifically? Is it the patterns of play? Is it the style? Is it his substitutions? Is it game management? What is it from Carrick that doesn't give you that confidence?
You know, when you get confidence in someone, you just get it.
Yeah.
You just get it's more like a feeling that I don't see it. I see some late subs, not the good subs. I see a bit of favoritism creeping in at times that I don't really like. Towards some players. I don't think Maguire, like I caught bits of the Mandem talk this week, Saeed. I don't think Maguire, I'm not on the Maguire hype train. I'm with Ash on this one. Yeah. Because the thing is, if he stays as a squad player, fine, he's good enough to be that. He will still play too many games. And the moment you rely on him, you're in trouble. And having him there prevents you from getting another centre-back. And this is the type of Maguire should not have started today. I don't think he should have. I think he could have, or maybe he could have. If Maguire played today, he would have played with Heaven, just like it was.
Yeah, he changed it. He changed it.
You had something working then. Like, I don't like playing with the defense too much. Like Mazraoui has been very, very good every time he played recently, and he hasn't played that much. And even when he played at centre back, he was the right player to play. He had a good performance. So why the twist and turning and chopping everything around? I don't like it. And playing defensive football, Saeed, is actually the basis. Like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's fundamental. Like, you look at the Sam Allardyce and the Sean.
Is that down to the fact that he hasn't got a midfield to go and connect the passing lanes? Is that the fact that, let's be honest, bro, our attack here is really Cunha and Inshallah. Let's be honest, bro. Like, I think this attack here, it does need a little bit of a sprinkle in the. You know, people say to me, we don't need a striker, but I'm sorry, man. When Sesko isn't around, Cunha can't play that role. And Mbeumo can't play that role. Xerxes, I don't think is going to be the number one next season. And I don't think it's fair on him to be like, yo, you go and do it. We don't really play to his strengths, right? So United need a lot of work up front and in midfield and at the back. It sounds mad, yeah, but you need a bit of everything. So
I think we need a left winger.
Left winger, yeah.
But
again,
I honestly
agree with that, though. Flawless, you said you don't need a left winger. I'm sorry, you do.
I'm cool, but I've said this before. I'm cool with Cunha and Dogu. I don't think that's a pressing issue.
I'm Flawless. I don't think we do need left. Do you know what I mean?
I'm going one game. So if Xerxes plays well, wait. So if Xerxes plays well today and balls out, that means we don't need a striker.
No, we do regardless.
But if he plays well, it's not a competition, though, Saeed. If Xerxes plays well today, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. I don't think it's a conversation. I think
no. I'm saying, but the thing is, though, I know that it's temporary. With Xerxes playing up front here, it's
why
temporary.
Is it temporary? Why don't
I don't generally think the manager rates him. I really don't.
Well, we
don't I think
know this yet. So let's see. Because we only play one game a week, it's hard because people have said for Carrick's reign so far, he don't rate Xerxes, he don't rate Xerxes, he don't rate Xerxes. He now has the opportunity, and it's only one game a week. He played Xerxes today. How do we know he don't rate Xerxes? We don't know this yet. This is sheer speculation.
Yeah. And also, to be fair to you, my bigger point was, I don't think we're ever going to be in a position to play to Xerxes' strength. I don't think so. Because if you look at Bruno's game style, if you look at even Mbeumo and these guys here, they don't play to Xerxes' strength. So I don't believe it's going to be.
I have a question. What are Xerxes' strength?
I think it's you bring the ball to play, you have the quick link-up play, you have to have runners off him. I don't think we do that. So
so basically that means you don't think we can play with a possession football with Carrick. So that basically
I can't say that until I know midfield. Until I know the midfield, I can't say that.
I don't think it's the midfield, it's the defense. It's clearly the defense. You see how many times, how much space. See, the thing is, it starts with the back. It starts with the back. Maguire can't press Carrick wants to play a high pressure game, a press. He wants his front line pressing. You can't do that when Maguire's sitting so deep. How many times we look and we sat so deep with the ball? Do you know what I mean? That's because you've not got a centre back going, lads, push up, lads, press, move forward. Harry Maguire, he's happy to sit. He's happy to have players in and around him. He's not moaning about it. He's not complaining. You need to lead from the back. You need a defender who's going to push players forward and get them out of their area. Harry wants these players around him. He wants players coming back, and he's happy. You know, you get a Rio Ferdinand, you get a Sergio Ramos. They're screaming at players, get out, push out, press, push up, go and harry him. Once we've got the ball in those situations, or at least once the opposition have got the ball, it's not that constant dropping deep, dropping back. It's press, get at them. They're screaming at the forward players to get forward. We can't press under this system with Maguire in it and Luke Shaw because they've just not got legs for it anymore. I don't think Harry Maguire ever had the legs for it. And that's why Carrick's happy to do this. He's happy to continue doing this because this is the only way they can play and that's the only way he trusts it.
Can I just respond to this comment? I'm not saying, that's his strength. I'm saying to you, that's what his game was about. When we signed him,
that's his play.
If you watch this game at Bologna, this was what have we ever played to his strength? Apart from maybe 1 or 2 games towards the end of, was it last season when we were playing well? I thought Xerxes was,
But so I don't think we will though. Like, I don't think, because again, the teams, we're talking about playing to players' strengths. The team is nowhere near, and obviously we want to get it to be the finished article, and it won't be. It's nowhere near the finished article. This team is nowhere near the finished article and where it's supposed to go. That's why I'm not super critical of Carrick in regards to possession-based football and being a bit more on the front foot, because we don't have the players. I keep saying this. We have one of the most non-athletic teams in the one of the most athletic leagues. We have no athletes, people. What Ash is saying, it ties into what Ash is saying. We don't. We had Maguire, Martinez, Shaw, Mount, Bruno. That's pretty much the spine of your team. No athletes. You can't get about the pitch. That's the main thing that beat us today. Never mind the technical side of things. That's why they just ran us down all across the pitch. They duck us down. Hence why we struggle against Newcastle all the time. Teams that are quick and play fast and can cover ground and are mobile and athletic and strong, we struggle against massively. People really just overlook how much our team lacks, and then we don't even have the technical ability to bypass that. Because you can get past that lack of athleticism if you have very, very good technical players and passing and moving the ball. Guess what? We don't have that either. You know what I'm saying? Don't even have that either. And again, I don't know what type of football Carrick's going to play. I think he deserves an opportunity, though.
I agree.
This is what I'm saying, because he's done well so far. Adam mentioned it. Structure, that's what he's brought in. Us being a cohesive unit, us being solid. This is the things that we wanted. That's the base. Start with the defense, and then you go from there. And he's got us defensively better, and he's got us scoring goals.
Yeah.
That's that. Of course, you want him to kick on and do better, and people can be critical, yes, but he's making earlier subs and stuff. I don't get this whole late subs thing. He didn't make no subs against Leeds. Everyone was critical. We then play Brentford, don't play well, we're winning the game. He makes subs at halftime. Like, people, what a perfect man. He don't exist. Better managers with better teams make mistakes.
Yeah. Let me just, there was a super chat here that came in saying, Saeed, why you want to give him the job, but you're only going to give him 1 year? Get him out. When we sucked Ollie, we said never again, but here we are again. But I don't think, for me, you should group Ollie and Figgy together. I really don't. Like, I think it's incredibly harsh on Michael Carrick, you know what I mean, to group them together. I just think, for me, just because they played, he was managing under Ollie, doesn't mean that he plays Ollie football. I think he plays far from Ollie football, if I'm being truly honest with you.
Do we not get a top manager because we got LVG and Mourinho and that didn't work? Do we not get a top?
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, Ten Hag as well.
You know what I'm afraid of, Saeed, to be honest? I'm afraid Michael Carrick is not good enough to get us where we need to be, but good enough just to always give us the impression something's about to happen.
Yeah.
And
but you know what it is, though? Next season, what would be an ideal good season for you next season, by the way? Next season.
Say again?
What would be an ideal good season for you next season?
Oh, it has to improve on everything. So we need to win a cup and finish in the top 3, but strongly in the top 3.
Okay, that's me. That's what I
very,
want.
Very strongly win a cup. Don't embarrass yourself in Europe. Show actually intent. I want that at the end of next season, other teams will think of United. Yeah, they will be dangerous next year. This is what I want.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
And
like compete.
No, I'm with Adam on that. And when you say Adam there, Carrick, you don't think he's the guy to like get us to where we want to go to. I agree with that. I don't see things that make me look at Carrick and go, he's a Premier League or Champions League winning level manager. I don't think, but no one is. There's no one we've been linked to that I put in that bracket. Do I think there's managers who are better than him? Yes, this is why I said my expectations don't change. If there was a manager with a stellar CV, I'm all over it. If a manager's available who I believe is that guy, I go, yeah. Go and get such and such. Who is it? People keep saying this, but never got no names.
Nagelsmann, Iraola, that's the name.
I don't think I don't put Nagelsmann on, and I rate Iraola and I rate Nagelsmann, and I don't think either of them are Premier League or Champions League winning level managers.
Yeah, because there's a change of guard as well. Like there's the top successful managers are actually fading out, and then
this is my point. That's my point. Like, it wouldn't
change.
Again,
if you consider everything, has Carrick shown you that he's actually one of the top contenders to be one of the leaders of this new generation of managers? Not so far.
No. But I don't put Iraola or Nagelsmann there either. That's the thing. I don't believe in. I can't confidently say either of those two are Premier League or Champions League level winning managers. No.
But to caveat that, for the people that are watching that may be opposed to your opinion, they might say, well, is it worth just sticking to Carrick just because there's no manager available that can take us to the next level? That will be the other argument. The other argument to your argument is, well, really and truly, are you not just almost taking what you have now and that's it?
I'm saying because it's not like he's doing a bad job. If he was doing a bad job, this wouldn't be a conversation. He's currently here right now. So if this was Iraola here, or if Nagelsmann was here and had done exactly what Carrick had done, same results.
Oh yeah, massively.
Performances.
Yeah.
Do you think there would be all of this against Nagelsmann? No,
I don't think so.
This is because it's Michael Carrick. If Nagelsmann had done the exact same thing in the exact same way, exact same mistake,
hence why I would give Carrick a 1-year contract.
Yeah, so like I'm not saying give him a 5-year deal, and it's not a settling for him. It's on credit. He's done well so far.
Yeah, on credit.
So therefore, to me, opportunity is earned. Do you deserve? Have you came in and exceeded all expectations? For me, yes. So therefore, if there isn't a better option available, go and get him. If there was, I'm with it. If Enrique is available and comes out in a press conference and says, I'm leaving PSG. No, I'm just saying hypothetically, it's not going to happen. No. He wins the Champions League and goes, I'm leaving PSG. Yes, you go and get Luis Enrique, of course. That's just common sense, but that's not going to happen is the point that I'm making. So it's not a settling thing. It's merit. It's credit. Carrick's done very well since he's got the job. Give him an opportunity to go and succeed. It's not like signing a player where it's unknown. You can't go get an unknown manager. That's where I'm at with it. People keep saying these things, and I really don't understand it. Oh, we need a world-class manager. Yes, I agree. Who's this world-class manager that's available?
You know, the way I look at it, Flawless, is that I think the club, and this could be very wrong. Like we don't have like certainty about if this ownership and this board is good yet. They've made some good things, to be honest, but it looks to me like they are building a project with a certain type of players, with a certain type of football, and therefore a certain type of manager. So I think even if Carrick has done well, I don't think he fits what they want to do. So this is why I wouldn't be surprised if they don't give him the job. And I wouldn't be surprised if they give him to Glasner or to Iraola, just because of how they want to play and how they want to recruit. They may be a better fit, not a better manager, let's say, but a better fit.
Yes,
in the sense that if they want to go for that man-to-man press, if they want to go for very data-driven football analysis, if they want to go for all this new age that we see now, like in Sunderland, Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton, all of that sort of understanding and how they apply data to the game, maybe they could go for someone like that. So this is why we don't know yet. This is why
Omar Barada, in it, really.
I was just going to say, Saeed. I was just going to say, Omar Barada's, he's not in a position to be taking risks by bringing in new managers. You know what I mean? He's got to show himself up and show himself as a competent, CEO. So he keeps Carrick in the job for an extra year. Just steadies the ship, because we're in a position now really where what do we want from our club? Do you know what I mean? Right now, we want to steady the ship, really, if we're being honest, because another new manager comes in, someone like a Nagelsmann, someone like a Iraola, they don't know the club, all of a sudden it starts falling backwards and we start dropping backwards to where we were, 12, 18 months ago. You know what I mean? And that's not far away from us. If we're being honest, that's not that far away from us. We were only there, 6 months ago? 6 months ago we were there in that position. Do you know what I mean? With these same players. So you get another manager in that we could fall off again pretty quickly. So you keep Carrick in there. Barada's there, knows he can keep Carrick in. He keeps him in for another year. Steady the ship, bring in some new players, guarantee another Champions League, get some more money in the pot for the stadium or whatever they want to do. You know, continue to just keep things ticking over. You know, grease the gears and keep it steady, keep it safe. And I feel like that's where we're at, and that's what we're going to do. Because anything else other than Enrique, if we're being honest, is a risk. Is a massive risk. So I just can't imagine us making those decisions. Sorry, Adam. Yeah, I just can't see it.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, I cut you. But I'm saying even Enrique would be a risk, just less of a risk.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it is. You minimize the risk. And to Adam, the point you made about say Carrick doesn't fit what the club want, that makes all the sense in the world. If they sit down with Carrick and they have a direction and Carrick don't fit that, that's cool. I've been saying that the club need to get on board with the manager, whoever the manager is, whether it's Carrick, Nagelsmann, Iriola, insert manager name here. So I do hear that. It's just that the pool is just weak. It's so thin in regards to managers. I wish there was 4 or 5 elite level gaffers out there that we could sit here and argue about for the next 2 hours and say, well, he's world class, well, he's elite, he's done this, Unfortunately, that's not the case.
We don't even know who Chelsea's manager going to be. You know what I mean? I don't know who they're going to get.
You got Chelsea, you got Real Madrid looking for a manager to the point that they're looking at getting Mourinho back.
Mourinho,
they want Mourinho to come back like that. Back. You know that like strict severe uncle that comes in and
puts You already got chaos and then you're bringing in, you know what I'm saying, the architecture of chaos. Yeah, man, like he's the guy of chaos. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be betting on the fights. Like that's Mourinho, bro. Like what we do,
man.
It's Mourinho in 2026.
He could bet, to be honest. He loves it. He loves money as well.
Yeah, bro. So Diesel says, "Calm down. Our season was done when we beat Liverpool, and can we pull up Ollie's schedule versus Carrick's schedule?" You know, this comment is that like a thing now where because our season was kind of wrapped up a little bit early. Top 4 was confirmed Chelsea, wasn't it? Since Chelsea, we've had Leeds, Liverpool, and this game. Is that 3 games since Chelsea game?
Yeah,
I think 3 games, right? So, do you think like these players are just not showing enough because they feel like it's secured anyway? Like there's nothing to fight for. Like, do you think this is a natural thing where?
Well, if so, it's unacceptable.
And that's the problem. Is that unacceptable?
I think it's
Brentford as well. Like, you know what I mean? It's been 4 games since our game in terms of Champions League football being secured somewhat because we haven't had teams that were pushing us. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like that in that aspect. You know, because we've had it secured.
It can be tough to remain motivated once you've reached the goal. We've seen teams wind down, you know, when people say, oh, a team such and such is on the beach, but you still expect a better level of performance.
Yes.
You still expect a better level of performance. But
that's what I was going to say.
And breathe. I mean, they've just got to a point where it's like, right, let's breathe now. You know, we've done it. I mean, and relax. And then that settles you a little bit. I think, if anything, Carrick's been getting the very best out of all of them. Like, really, can you ask any more from these players? I mean, can you ask us to play any exciting football, any pressing football? Can you really ask that much more from these players, from this squad? You know, you got Casemiro doing a madness. I just don't see much more from the midfield and defense. Attack, but you've got to get to the attack. Do you know what I mean? You've got to get the ball forward to him first. And
I don't think we're ready for Casemiro leaving, man. I keep saying it, man. Like, I don't know if you've seen this thing here. I'll just show the people this here, man. But it's crazy, man. Man United are winless when Casemiro is are winless in all the Premier League matches in which this season, which Casemiro hasn't started. So loss, draw. You know what I mean?
That's not a surprise. Team struggles when.
Was he not playing against Newcastle? Did he play against Newcastle? Casemiro?
Yeah, he played against Newcastle. Yeah, he did. He did play against Newcastle. He did. He was out there.
Is that not thingy then? Is it not?
Nah, we lost against Newcastle. Yeah, that's added in there.
I'm saying,
yeah, but play, and we know our depth isn't good enough. And we know what we've spoken. How many times has Manchester United's been spoken about, and how much it needs to be improved. So you take out key player, we struggle. Like, that's not a surprise. Casemiro's a quality player, so you are gonna miss some.
Most important player this season.
I think he is. I think he's more important than Bruno. People are not gonna like him, but he's more important than Bruno. It's mad.
He is. He gives us stability, shape. He makes the other better. He makes Bruno better. He makes Kobe better. So basically you're adding more players just by adding Casemiro.
And set pieces as well, massive on set pieces, both defensively and attacking. Do you know what I mean? You know, it creates.
Without his goals, Bruno's not player of the season. He's not in the conversation without his goals, basically. Also,
yeah, you would argue as well. Yeah. It's mad you think about that. You just said there, Adam, like he makes others better. He makes Kobe better, and he makes Bruno better because he then allows Bruno to do what he wants to do. You know what I mean, and go forward in that aspect. So you are right in that aspect. Like he does make United better. You know,
the defense is better. The defense is better because they are less under pressure without him. With him, I mean.
Yeah, that's concerning, man. And for me, obviously, we are what's the super chat here? Just Waffle says random scenario. Let's say next season we start slowly like this year. Who would be under more pressure if they were in charge? Carrick or Iraola?
Carrick.
Both. I think both.
Iraola, bring back Carrick. Bring back Carrick. That instantly, that Iraola comes in first 6 games, and everyone's screaming for Carrick back.
But that's what would happen, Ash. Let's say on the flip side, Carrick starts off poorly. This is why you shouldn't have kept him. This is why you shouldn't have brought in Iraola. I think it's both. I don't think a Manchester United manager is struggling. He's going through it. You're going to get criticised heavily. It's always the grass is greener, whoever it is.
And with Iraola, people will say, well, he just arrived. Give him a bit more time. I think so.
Yeah, that's true as well. I mean, I don't know if you've seen this today, but United apparently are closing in on Ederson, which has come from quite a reliable source in Matteo Moretto. And this is what I was talking about, like in terms of Casemiro replacement. This guy cannot be it, bro. But Ederson, apparently he's pushing, United pushing to him. He's already said yes to Man United. He's going to cost you around about 40-45 million. And also,
this is getting Wesley Sneijder levels. This now, isn't it? Wesley Sneijder. How many summers have we been?
Yeah, I think this might be the 3rd summer. You know, we've been linked with him. We've been linked with him for 2023. But the problem is, he's got 1 year left on his contract, man. And Atletico Madrid have clearly said they're not interested in spending that much money on a player like this guy here, you know, for 40-odd million, bro. Like, I don't know why Man United are really, really after him in that sense. Like, I get it. He's a player that's got a lot of energy in midfield. He could do the box-to-box. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in that aspect, United are probably missing that. But I just don't think he's the right profile right now. First signing. If you're making... Sometimes, you know when you make a statement, you make a statement by getting the first signing in, the best one. And then you kind of move on to the other ones. You feel me? Like this for me, it's underwhelming, man. For me personally, and I don't know if it solves our midfield problems. If he's the 3rd choice, I'd say maybe I'd be okay. But I need 2 strong midfielders ahead of him first because it sets
exactly. Because if he's your 3rd choice, you need to have the first 2 secured.
Yeah. And that's why for me, I'm not convinced. Like I said, Atletico Madrid, they're getting that João Gomez, and you know they're going after him. This guy's got a year on his contract, bro. I really, really struggle to believe why Man United are still interested in this guy, bro. When there's so many other better options: Mateus Fernandes, Tonali, Wharton, Belebo, Tchouaméni. There's so many options, bro. Ederson just isn't the guy that United should be even looking at right now, bro. Like, you don't need to even dare because we've made mistakes. And it's this summer, though, man. I just don't want to be making a mistake saying, you know what? Ederson ain't great, is he, guys, after a year? You just know, 1 year's time, we're all just talking about Ederson being a flop or not being the guy that we thought we were going to get. We just know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
I think he's the type of player that really depends on the manager you get. If you get him with Carrick, you're going to get an Ugarte situation. If you get him with Iraola, for example, you're going to have like a work rate machine that runs non-stop.
Yes.
So that's why I think the profile of manager is actually very, very important. Because if you give Ugarte to us, like to Iraola, for example, you're getting a different type of Ugarte. You get more of it. You get more from him, I mean.
Yes, you do. Whereas even in midfield too, where you're told to get the ball, play, you're different, innit? You feel me? Like
exactly, and you just run, you press, and then it's a different type of organization. So you need different type of player and different type of athlete. Even though Ugarte is not really my cup of tea, I could see him being better with another type of manager.
Maybe.
Is he a negotiation tactic? Is he a smokescreen? Do you know what I mean? Is he one to say, look, you know, we're interested in this play if you don't lower your fee? That's what I'm hoping anyway. Because
I just Madrid have literally walked away because they've stalled. The deal's been stalled because they don't believe it's worth the amount of money with 1 year left on his contract. No, should Man United. He should be worth 25 million. If he was 25 million or 20 million, I'd be like, you know what? Okay, I can see why Man United are in for him because it's not a bad fee. But for you to spend 40, 45 on him, you know what I mean? Like it just doesn't make sense for Man United to be in for him.
If he's the third, but like you mentioned,
what's Sully Bomba?
If he's the third choice, then Truth, I don't know a lot about him, so I can't even comment in regards to his level. By the way, you lot are talking about him.
Oh my God, man! Seriously,
what's up?
Even Sully's even just put it out there as well.
About what?
Fuck's sake, man! About Ederson.
Well, if he's the third choice, is it really an issue? I don't know. Like I said,
man, let me just read this here. Man United have held talks with Ederson represented via intermediaries in recent weeks. 26-year-old is admired highly by Jason Wilcox.
Was a guy admired by Jason Wilcox?
I don't know, you know, that's what I'm saying, bro, man.
And his agent, admired by
Andrew Curry is pushing a move. Nothing is done, but interested, real, sees opportunity.
It's a good age.
God, man. Yo, Jason Wilcox, man, we might have to have words, bro. Oh my days, man. We might have to have words, man. This is a bit of a mad one, bro. I don't know what Wilcox is on here, man. This is crazy, man. But I don't understand why they push him for him right now. Like, unless you got, for me, United have to go and buy 2 top midfielders. And I mean, like, for me, you can't buy him and Baleba. Because I'm not saying a similar player, but they're box to box. They're players that I
was going to say, what is Ederson profile?
He's an 8. He's a box to box 8 for me. That's what he is.
You say he's better defensively or he's better offensively?
I think he's better offensively.
He's up and down.
He's up and down, but you can't really say much about him.
What does he excel at? What does he excel at?
Like he's a bit like a Ugarte that actually carries the ball better and dribbles better.
Okay, so he's a technically more sound Ugarte.
More sound, exactly.
A doggy of Fred.
Yeah. That's what he is.
Okay, because I don't know nothing about. All right, Fez, and the athleticism. What we say, mobility wise.
Athleticism, yeah. Like in the chat, you lot could probably know more than me. But from what I've watched of him,
I've never watched.
From what I've watched of him,
yeah, I don't know.
But then again, like someone in the comments,
so you're more better at getting someone up. He's a flashy Fred. I'll be honest with you. He's a flashy Fred. He's basically a little bit more jazzy than a Fred, basically. You feel me? I'm not even like he's good, yeah. But problem is, in tight spaces, I would think for me, he's not the great guy. Premier League, we don't know how he's going to adapt. So I'm just like, don't film with confidence. You're in the Champions League next year. Like, are you confident that's going to be the one to go and get? For me, you might as well go get João Gomez. As I've watched João Gomez, and he looks for me a more of an ideal kind of situation. You know what I mean, Mandem? And that's just me personally.
I like João Gomez. I think he's a good player. He's good on the ball. He's good dribbling the ball forward. I think he's got a lot. For me, it's like, Mandem, like, people think I'm negative about this signing, but we've just been here before. I don't
be negative.
Can you not just your honest opinion? This is my free-side midfield, yeah? Mateus Fernandes, Baleba, Tchouaméni. Like, I know it sounds mad, but if you could replace one of them, say, for example, Anderson could be the Tchouaméni, or Baleba could be Wharton, or it could be Tonali. Could be one of them as well. Like, you could replace either with, but get me a big 6, an 8, and a deep line playmaker. That's what I want. I want 3 of them, bro. But I need 3 of them to be good so that we know next season, man ain't talk about no midfield problems. Yeah. You get me?
I get what you're saying.
Talking about that.
And you're not being negative. You're just giving your honest opinion. You don't like the signing. There's nothing wrong with that, Saeed. There's nothing wrong with not being a fan of the signing. Yeah, like that's fair. And yeah, we need, so this is not a negative thing whatsoever. That's it, throwing blanks, guys, yo.
No, but it's a bit worrying though that Jason Wilcox is pushing it, man. That is worrying, man. I can't lie to you, bro, because I don't know what he's doing, bro. Like thinking about, because I need to know if Jason Wilcox was the one that wanted Ugarte. You get me? That's we have to find out whether he wanted Ugarte or Ten Hag wanted Ugarte. We don't know yet. I don't know if people actually.
I don't think Ten Hag did want Ugarte, did he? I think Ten Hag didn't want Ugarte. Like he was, yeah, pretty sure he was like, yeah.
Shit.
No, Ten Hag didn't want him. He wanted McTominay over him to stay. I think so.
Damn, man. Well, I don't know, man. It's for me. What would be your midfield three, Adam? Adam, and they'll go around, innit? We'll say, everyone, give me your midfield three because that's what we need, right? So give me your midfield three, Adam.
I don't know, to be honest. I want Watson at least. He's my top pick, and then for the rest, it's a matter of budget, I suppose. You get the. I don't know. I'll say Watson first, and then the rest depends.
Yeah, what are you saying, Ash?
It's a tough one, isn't it? Tchouaméni, I mean, Tchouaméni is the dream, innit? Do you know what I mean? I get Tchouaméni in there all day.
Yeah,
he's the man, do you know what I mean? Of course. Especially what's been going on with the training ground lately. Like, you know, he opens the door, yeah, perfectly for us. So yeah, I mean, Tchouaméni, and also the interview with Varane, he's asking Varane, like, you know, what made your decision to leave Real Madrid? You know, so
wait, whoa, what's this? Wait, what's this?
So there was an interview. There was like a round table where they sat around Varane and Tchouaméni and a few of the French players, and Tchouaméni said, "What made your decision? Why did you make the decision?"
I've seen that.
What made your decision? Why did you make the decision to move to Manchester United? Like, it was almost as if he's thinking it. He's thinking, you know, yeah.
I mean, a video. I think there's a video for it, man.
I shared it this week. Yeah.
So that's that, and you know what? Varane had the perfect response and answer. He says, "Well, I did everything at Real Madrid, you know, so I wanted to test myself with new things." And Tchouaméni's in that position right now. Yeah. He's done everything he can at Real Madrid, so
it's this one, isn't it?
Yeah. There you go.
Est-ce que c'est évidemment que c'est une décision difficile à prendre, qui plus est avec la carrière que tu as eue là-bas, mais tu l'as prise rapidement cette décision. Manchester, c'était directement.
Pourquoi? Moi, je te demande la vérité. Pourquoi? Non, en vrai, c'était un long processus. Tu vois, tu te réveilles le matin et tu te dis je veux partir. En fait, moi, 2018.
Why he went
so he's asked the question. He's asking the question. But what motivated him to?
Yeah, man.
What motivated him to ask that question? Do you know what I mean? Like, what's he thinking himself to be asking that kind of question? He's obviously it's on his mind leaving, you know, because otherwise he's not asking that question. So Tchouaméni's number one for me for sure, 100%. I mean, I'd like Anderson. As well. You know what? There's a lot of options out there. You've got Anderson. You've got Tonali. You know what? I'd go Guimaraes if you could somehow get Guimaraes as well in there. You know. Yeah, for the three, it's the amount of money you've got. You got that Boadi as well over in the French league, who's doing pretty well. I love Zaire Emery.
Zaire Emery's quality.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But there's no chance of getting him. But I think the biggest, the most important position really to be tracking at the moment is Casemiro's. Like, we need, he's a big spot to be losing. So, and someone with that experience and with the knowledge and with the understanding to come into the dressing room and go, look, listen, I've been there, I've done it. Trust me, I'm your guy at the back. To, you know, to stop it and put out the fires. You know, kill the attack. Then you've got Tchouaméni there, who's been there. You know. And players can have confidence and going, look, you know, he's World Cup, you know, Champions League, multiple Champions Leagues, you know, Real Madrid, you know, he's been in the highest pressure. And I don't want to be going with players who've never been in the Champions League. They've never heard that Champions League music. You know, some might step up and stand there and get nervous and not know how to play in that environment. So, put it this way, you're not going to be worried about Tchouaméni playing at Old Trafford in front of 70,000.
No, 100%.
You're not going to be worried about that.
You know? Bro, he's the guy. You know what I mean? Like, this the problem. Like, even when you look at it in terms of attack, man, like, you know, Ahmad and Mbumo, you know, Cunha, Sesko, is that enough next season to go Premier League and Champions League, man? Them, like, you've got to ask yourselves the question. Like, I think for me, if you think of it like being like, oh, we're cool, I think for me, I think you might be regretting it next season when you think we're cool with Mbumo, Ahmad, Sesko, and
are they good enough to hit the targets we've spoken about?
Yeah,
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. I don't know.
So Saeed, you don't think they're good enough to go help us win one of the domestic cups, third in the league, and knockout stages in the Champions League?
I think for me, what we've had now has been a blessing of having one game a week, which is cool. You could just play that one game a week. When you're in 3 competitions here, maybe 4, you're gonna need adequate quality replacements. Like, I looked at Arsenal this season, At the start, everyone looked at him thinking, yo, okay, cool, by the way, he was poor, but Trossard, Martinelli, Eze, what do you call it? Gyökeres. Everyone looked at their attack and thought, yo, man, they've got
Would you swap their attack for us?
No, I wouldn't, no.
And look where they are.
Well. But even there, they've seen that as not enough because some of them were starting well. Trossard started well. He's tailed off.
Because it's not where they're trying to go and where our aims are not the same. If we was chasing down a Premier, if we were sat here talking about we're going to win the the aim is to win the Premier League and win the Champions League, I'm with you, Saeed. Yeah. Yes. That's not the aim next season.
Yeah, but still the aim is to be consistent, to be and then you add to the fact that you've got more competitions, the pressure is going to rise even higher. So we can't afford for players to drift off and not score for 6 months.
But I don't think these players won't. I don't think outside of Ahmad's really been struggling, but I don't look at these players and go, they won't score for 6 months, number one. And number two, I think with a better players around them, I think our attack improves. I think with a better midfield and a better defense, if we improve in the areas we're supposed to, I think our attack improves. Our attackers work miracles considering what's behind them.
I agree.
I keep saying this about our wingers. I keep continuing to say this, and it's mad that we got the best out of Mbremo and Ahmad when they was on the pitch together playing in Amorim's system. And then ever since that's gone away, we've watched those two struggle. The link-up is not there. I've said it before, our fullbacks don't offer anything. So, that's how I look at it. Like, in regards to, we're the third highest goal scorers in the league. Yes, if you can improve on the attack, you do. I think we have more pressing areas. I think our midfield and defense is much more important. And to go with, I think this attack is good enough for where we are at currently. And maybe next season with a better team and more pressure, some of these attackers step up. Some of them might fall off, and then you go again. Like, that's how I look at it. Yeah, winning the Prem next season.
Saeed, the fact that with Carrick we've been defensive is actually the reason why we've been able to score goals. Because we've been a good counter-attacking side. We have an attack that can score goals, but usually when an attack is struggling, it's a symptom, not a cause. Usually that's always the case. It's the symptom of a midfield and a defense that are not properly well run, not good enough. Coaching that is not good enough, because usually attack is the final stage of everything usually. So if you don't have a good enough midfield and you don't have a good enough defense being able to play together, you're going to have a struggling attack. And look at today, everyone is on the case of the attackers today, and they were not good, but the midfield was awful and the defense was not good enough. So it's very hard for me to judge the performance of the front three, front four today, just based on the fact that what did they have to build on? Not much.
That's I think for me, listen, I just think it's one of them ones where, Manchester United have just got to be ready in all fronts next season, and I just don't want us to have that regret.
Let me actually say, Carrick stays. What is the goals for you next season? What's the target?
For me, it's compete for the league, but I don't mean like challenging. I don't mean like you get to make say third, but then you're not far off. See, that's why you're saying what you're saying, because that's the difference in where I'm at with goals. Because you're saying third, but be closer to the top and compete for the league, which I'm not saying you're wrong about the way. That's why you are now talking about how you're talking about the attack. I'm not saying that. So that's where the difference is. So now I understand why more, because you're looking to get closer to the top of the table, whereas I'm just looking at solid being third, the 2 cups, and then what are you thinking in the Champions League? I'm saying quarters, get to quarters.
See, that's why I've just said knockout rounds.
Yeah, quarters. Yeah, I think quarters is doable.
But I'm saying around the 16, because if you finish top 8, you go straight through to the round of 16. No,
yeah, you go straight through.
Yeah. So I'm saying there, and then you look at the draw. So that's where the difference is, because I don't think we're ready to make that jump. I don't think we are. I think there's too much to do, and I think we are too far behind the top elite teams in Europe to make that jump. Now, granted, I could be wrong. I didn't expect us to be here.
Yeah. In terms of The problem is with the Premier League though, Ashia, who are we behind? Like, is it going to be Man City and Arsenal again, or is Liverpool going to come back? I don't think Chelsea are, to be honest with you. But then again, if they get one game a week, we don't know in it. You feel me? But yeah, you think to yourself, is it United's third place? Villa maybe in there as well. Again, they've got Champions League football as well next season. So it's one of them ones where you can't just sleep, man. You can't like I just don't want to be here next year thinking we've rested our laurels and we're cool. We're happy to be here, get a little Champions League run in, and then cool. Everyone's just like, we made it, bro. Like, I want to push on and be more.
But there should be improvement, though. If we, like I said, if we improve the team, Saeed, that should be automatic. If we go into the window, again, we're all premeditating that we are going to do what we're supposed to do. We should be better. If we go and get midfielders, and let's say we add a fullback and add a centre-back, we should be better. Automatic off rip. Because the playing staff is better. I understand your concerns about it. Yes, we're concerned about it because there's no guarantees with these things, but we should be. I would expect this time next year for United to be in a better outfit than we are right now. If we're not, something went horribly wrong. Something's gone terribly wrong if we're not
horribly wrong, man.
I don't know, I don't know, Flores. I'm not so optimistic because we're gonna have a packed schedule next year. We're gonna have a packed schedule. This season we were let off by a lot of teams, playing poorly. You look at Chelsea, you look at Liverpool, you look at the teams around them. Generally not played that well this year. I'd be amazed if they had another season like this. Chelsea's going to spend. They always spend. Liverpool spent big last season. There's no reason why they wouldn't this summer. I just feel with the extra games, I think it's the more expectation is just getting Champions League again. Pushing for third, second, third, and that. I think it's unrealistic unless, like you say, we have a big summer, and make some big signings. But I'm not too sure. I mean, I would never have said that we'd sign Mbeumo and Cunha, potentially two of the best players in the league the season before. So
this is where I'm at because I think we will have a good summer. So this is where I'm at when I'm saying this, Ash. Like even outside of the rivals, like getting better. I'm just saying I expect us to
Which
be
is
better.
surprising if we're being honest for us, because if you go off past summers and past seasons, we've kind of been shit, haven't we, in signings and who we've been bringing in. So you're getting a bit ahead of yourself going, we've had one summer, now they're going to continue, do you know what I mean? So
it was two, I like the first summer they had. My thoughts at Ineos, but I like the first summer we had. Yeah. When we brought in Yoro, when we brought in Delay, and we brought in Maz, they're three players I look at and I go, if you're in the team, I don't have no issues. And then Bremo and Cunha, so that's one thing they've done well. My biggest concern is the manager side of it. I actually trust them transfer-wise because the 2 summers you've had, I think you've done well in. Like in Bremo and Cunha, if someone would have said that this time last season, sounds like a crazy super chat on this show. Sounds like someone put, we're going to get in Bremo and Cunha, and we all laugh at them and say, what are you talking about? And they went and did that. So you've now set the bar that you can do these type of things. Go and do it again. Go and get the midfielders that, not necessarily that we're talking about, but midfielders of quality to improve the team. Maybe a centre-back, links to a left-back, maybe a left winger. Go and improve the team. But I like what they've done, both windows.
And I think a lot of people are overlooking the youth team as well. You still got Shea Lacey there to come through.
I agree.
You've got JJ Gabriel next season, who's allowed to actually play. So he's breaking records, most ever goals scored at the under-18 level. Do you know what I mean? You look at the list and the players he's next to, they're all players that are now, or at least have been Premier League players.
Yeah, Musa, are you Carrick in or out, man? Can you make a decision, please? Because this is we're not having this.
Big up Musa, man.
Yeah, big up Musa, man. He's saying there are no expectation of Carrick. Fans are just happy because he picks a good 11. Then it's a freestyle FC that's not sustainable. They expect players to figure it out on themselves. Yeah, but the thing is, though, Musa, like I always keep thinking as well, there is no style for me at Man United, bro. Everyone keeps thinking there's a style, bro. Like, it's to win. For me, it's to win, and it's to try and elevate every season. Whether that you think is results, whether you think is about consistency, about players improving. I just think for me right now, this idea of like this pretty football everyone wants to see, we're not going to have that. We're not going to see that, bro. Like, we're not. We might get it for a little bit of a phase, but ultimately, consistency is what United need to go and aim. For 2 years, can we be this team that's ugly, but then we still go and, finish high in the league? Can Man United do that? Can United go back to that season? We've not played well, but you know what? We've had 2 seasons of third.
We need to play better. There needs to be better. And I disagree. I disagree. There's no expectations because we've literally just spoke about what our expectations are across the 4 competitions. Maybe from general consensus from fans, but I have expectations of whoever the manager is. Carrick needs to do certain things. 100%.
But our style should be adaptability. Do you know what I mean? That's what we are as a football club.
Exactly.
You know, that's our style. Do you know what I mean? You know, it's been a successful model. You know, you look at Real Madrid. You know, winning themselves 5 Champions Leagues under Ancelotti. You know, he's happy to do it. You look at Pep now. You know, adapting over the last couple of years. You know, using fullbacks at centre back and all that. You know, going away from the inverted and just you look at the top managers in football. A style only lasts so long. This idea of a style is United have never been that. So, sorry, Adam. Just hold on a second. You look at Alex Ferguson. He started with a 4-4, a 4-1-4-1, a 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1. He's gone to a 4-3-3 when we had Carlos Queiroz in there. Do you know what I mean? We adapted. We adapted. We changed, and that's what top teams do. You know, just for me, I mean, you look at Arsene Wenger. That was one of his big failures in the Premier League. Was his inability to adapt, and you know, you saw him struggle. So this idea of we've got to have a set style, a set way of playing, that's some I don't know. It's some strange media talk. That's a way to say, United are winning games now, but now we've not got a style, and it's like, come on.
Yeah, but that means the manager needs to be very, very switched on what's going on.
But also, have the fans got patience for Iriola football? What if it don't work out? What if the first 3 months here are not great, and fans are like, you know what, I've had enough. We're not winning games. So that's what I keep saying to you. I don't know what the fan base wants. So what I'm saying to you is, give me consistency. Because then you're in the middle. You've got maybe a little bit of style, but then you've also got winning as well. Give me a balance, because we're either one side or the other because we're not going to have both, by the way. You're not going to get good football and be consistent. It's not happening how long since Fergie? We've not done that since Fergie.
But it should happen. It should happen, Saeed. It should happen.
That should be the goal, though. That should be the goal, though. That should be the goal.
Should be the goal because other teams are doing it. And what we want as United fan base is we want to win, but we want to feel as if we are a strong team. Like the last
I'm not sure that's the case, Adam. I'm not sure it's the case. I think as United fans, we want to see flair and we want to see a bit of magic from players.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all.
We want to feel as a strong team. It's not necessarily in the sense of a tiki-taka possession or just defensive. It's not just results or performance. We want to feel as if we are a strong team, because sometimes we have to be defensive, but we want to feel we can do it. Sometimes we want to slap team with 4 goals. Like, we want to be a strong team, and this is something you actually feel. Like, sometimes you have a good team. So you can rely on your manager. You can rely on some players. At the moment, the last 5 years, 6 years, even when we win, we know it's kind of shaky. And when we have good runs of play, we know it's kind of shaky as well. Like, we want to get rid of that feeling of being shaky all the time. And this is what we want.
Reliant upon the players, though, isn't it, Adam? No, it's reliant upon the players. Like, if you've got good players, you will play well.
I think it's relying on the manager knowing what to do and what players do what. Very good understanding of his players and very good understanding of the opposition. Yes. There's a way to hurt the opposition. And sometimes we have managers like Amorim or Ten Hag. They want to do their thing. They don't even consider what the other team is doing. And then you have Carrick, for example, who's very defensive, very cagey. He only considers what the other team is doing. So this is why Sir Alex is so great. This is why Ancelotti is so great. They strike that balance of being able to hurt the opposition, but also playing to our strength to some extent.
Do you remember, guys? Do you remember LVG football? Yeah, we were dominating every team. Domination, bro. You get me? Possession for days.
Awful. It was awful.
But I say we beat the big 6 teams. We barely lost to the big 6 teams. I think Arsenal were the only team to give us a hiding. Apart from that, we beat Man City home and away most seasons. United fans didn't like that. They were falling asleep. Now we don't have possession. United fans don't like the fact that we're not dominating games. I don't think this Man United fan base know what they want. That's including me. I'm not saying that I'm not part of the United fan base that don't know that. That's why I'm saying I've become, for me, like, accepted of, you know what? Just give me consistent results here and give me like a base level of, we might play well some games. We might not play well good games. But you know what? We're winning 3 times out of 5. You know what I'm saying to you? The odd draw maybe in that 5, but you give me 3 wins out of 5. I'll take that all day long. But there is no, for me, having style of play, but then we lose every week. Because for me, I've seen what happens to my United fans when you start saying to them, yo, do you know the underlying metrics why we lost that game? Do you know that this result didn't mean that much because we were better than them in XG? We created this chance here. And it becomes a problem where copium sits with the fan base because that's what happened under Ruben Amorim. It was a dark time. Until this day right now, people were accepting losing because they've seen underlying metrics. Underlying metrics what, man? You get me? At the end of the day, you lost the game. So either you lose, draw, or win. There's 3 results. So you get into a very toxic environment of Ruben Amorim. Whereas I'm saying you find that balance then. If it's not Carrick, but you find that balance here where ultimately you win football matches. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. You're collecting 3 points. So I don't know what Man United fans want. And also, there isn't a Man United manager that's come here and done that since Fergie. So there isn't a balance that we've had. You know, you could talk about Mourinho, cool. Ten Hag came in, apparently was amazing football, couldn't do it. Who's been out there that could have done it? We don't know. So you give me the balance here where you say to me, what is Man United philosophy? Because I still can't tell you what Man United's philosophy is. So until we know that balance here, I'm sorry, man. I'm taking the wins. Yeah, cool. Do I want better performances? I agree. I think that's for me. That's what. But again, exactly. It comes down to the board. The fans here shouldn't be deciding what the style and what the club image is about. It needs to come down to the board. Omar Barada, Jason Wilcock, they need to set the standard. If they set the standard that Carrick ain't doing good enough, then he wouldn't be here then. But they don't. They allow the fans to dictate what is and what is right. Have you noticed that, man? Them? Like, really and truly, they weren't going to sack Amorim until he said what he said. Now, if you told me now, Carrick ain't good enough, we're changing, stick on that belief and back your own, you know what I mean? You back yourself and say, you know what, that ain't good enough. But if you're hesitating and saying, well, I'm just waiting to see what the fan base say. Do the fan base like Carrick? Do they not? And that is, for me, it's cowardice. It really is cowardice from the board. If they're saying that we don't really know, but we're going to go with the popular opinion, then just make a decision. Carrick, or is it Areola? Is it Nagelsmann? What do you want? You know, so we don't know, man. It's a weird one. It really is a weird one.
Saeed, you know what United is? United, very simply, is dynamism and risk-taking. That's what we are as a football club. That's what we've always been. Dynamism, risk-taking. That's all we want to see. We want to see players take risks, and we want players to have a little bit of free play on the ball. Do you know what I mean? Not too rigid, not too structured. We saw that under LVG. We saw it under Mourinho playing different. Yeah. Rigidity is a problem for us because if we're too rigid defensively, we don't like it. We're too rigid offensively, we don't like it. If we know what we're going to do as football fans, we don't like it. We don't want to see it. If there's a little bit of risk, a bit of dynamism, we're excited. That's what gets us off our seats. And if you can win that way, that's why it was such a shame that Klopp went to Liverpool, because you look at Klopp's team, always exciting, that heavy metal football, do you know what I mean? That was risk taking, that you didn't know where goals were coming. You know, and that's what we want from a manager. You look at Luis Enrique at the moment under PSG, look at that PSG team, the way they play. You know, it's beautiful football, and it's not so rigid as every player has to be in certain positions. You look at a lot of the play; they'll play counter attack.
It's the complete opposite, Ash. I think you're spot on, and I think he said it in an interview. His dream is having no positions, players being able to play everywhere on the pitch, so everyone can track everyone. And if you look at Enrique, one thing his teams have in common all the time: the front three is the biggest, most. They get the most goals in Europe all the time. Like this front three is not getting the numbers of Messi, Neymar, and Suarez because they're just not Messi, Neymar, and Suarez. You just can't expect that. But they are still, like, I very much agree with you. And fundamentally, Klopp and Enrique, they actually share a lot of characteristics in that play. They are similar in many aspects. So it would have been a good match. I agree. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but you.
I mean, making perfect points there. It's just a case of, you know, finding a manager that's willing to do that. I feel like Michael Carrick's not been able to do that because of the squad that he's got at the moment. You know, it's not got the quality in the team to be able to do that. So whether or not he will do that, I'm unsure. But you need a manager that's going to take those risks. But I think a lot of it's dependent and relies upon the quality within the team. Like I have no problem with our attack. You look at Mbeumo, Cunha, Ahmad, Sesko. I feel comfortable there. I feel like, you know, if they've got enough support in behind from the midfield and from the defence, if you've got, you know, full-backs bombing forward, you look at Bayern with Alphonso Davies, you look at PSG with Nuno Mendes, do you know what I mean? You look at those kind of players that are offering something else, as Flawless said, you know, the partnerships there. You look at Mbeumo and Ahmad playing much better when they were playing next to each other, you know, because they were taking players away. You look at our forward line today, and you look at it in most games, it's almost, they're always 2-on-1 because there's no runs from midfield. There's no runs from midfield. There's no runs from defence. You know, so they're constantly being outnumbered in the final third. So it's going to be difficult for them. You don't see that with PSG. They're running from everywhere. They're bombing forward. You look at Vitinha. You look at João Neves. João Neves pops up in all sorts of spaces. He's supposed to be the holding midfielder. Do you know what I mean? But he's everywhere. So for me, it's really dependent and relies upon what kind of players we have, and we've really got to figure out the fullbacks, the centre backs, and the midfield right now because our forward.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I said it's a good point, João Neves being everywhere on the pitch because Vitinha is everywhere on the pitch. But then again, like we are talking about replacing Casemiro and Tchouaméni being the best fit. But then again, Casemiro wouldn't fit for Luis Enrique, and not because Casemiro is not good. So then again, the question is, which type of player, which type of manager? Are they going for Ederson because they're looking at someone like Areola that is actually closer to Enrique? Or are they looking at Tchouaméni because they want Carrick to stay because he resembles Casemiro more? So you see, it's not really a matter of who's better between Ederson and Casemiro. Ederson would be a better fit for Enrique than Casemiro. But I think Casemiro is the better player, but it just depends on how you use them.
So I think Casemiro this season has tried to play that. I mean, you saw it against Liverpool. You know, one of the reasons why we're conceding goals because you know you see him make runs over toward the left and be really out of position. So Casemiro kind of wants at least under Carrick has wanted to play that this year, but you know he's not really that. And
exactly.
Really. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I'm saying to you. Like for me, like Kobe and Ederson, I'm like, that's a bit beady. That I can't lie to you. As a pairing, that's not really good. You feel me? But then again, I expect us to sign more players. But you know, that's just what we know for now, innit? You feel me? Like I still, even if say for example the two other midfielders aren't available, then you got Ederson and Kobe. That's for me, it's not a really good midfield, not balanced for me.
Yeah.
So you are right. I don't know what we want to play. I don't know what Carrick wants to play. I don't know how he wants to play. Is it dominating football? Is it on the front foot? Is it the fact that we still need fullbacks and our fullbacks aren't good enough as well? Because you got to remember, like, people don't speak about the fullbacks issue, but there is an issue at fullback in that the left back ain't good enough Luke Shaw anymore. But then again, does the manager like him? You know what I mean? If that's the case, that's a problem next year. You know what I mean? Like, if Maguire's a starter, that's a problem next year. He should be backup. I've maintained that. I know on the Mandem talk, we defended Maguire, but I did say, though, he is a backup option, not the main guy.
Yeah, but the problem we have, he's playing like a starter.
I agree, which is not good.
It's not good.
Not good at all.
Because Maguire
dictates our entire system, and it's poor.
I agree with Ash. Maguire, I've always said it. If you don't expect nothing from Maguire, he's a very good player to have. The moment you start expecting things, he fucks you up all the time. He always.
I think if you just watch him, if you just single him out, and you actually watch him game by game, the amount of mistakes he actually makes. Okay, yeah, he'll pop up. You know,
it's not a fan of Maguire whatsoever. You know?
No, every amount of times he's caught out of position.
He is, but you know what's crazy, Ash? Every time he makes a mistake, I think of you. You know, every time I see him turn that, like I'm like, yo,
I'm ready for all of some. I'm next. You know,
there was two defensive recoveries that he did make though that I thought were quality. There was one where
but look at today. There's two times where he's allowed players running on in behind. There was Brobby and there was what's Sadiq? What's the midfielder? But yeah, you know, it's the amount of times where we caught out. Sadiq, and you look at Thiago against Brentford. Every single time, it was him leaving spaces in behind. The amount of times we get cut right down through the middle. The amount of times where we're like, how's this player just one-on-one with a goalkeeper? How many times have we seen that over the last 12, 18 months? That's because he's out of position, because he's not quick enough to get back. He jumps his last man, his last defender to go and to try and block. He's not quick enough to make the jump, and by that point, he's left so much space in behind that
It's ridiculous.
The striker's free. He's free one-on-one with a goalkeeper. It happens every game, multiple times a game. But
it
happen
wouldn't happen with Mazraoui in the middle. It wouldn't happen with Mazraoui, who's not a centre-back.
Yeah, look at Mazraoui in heaven against Chelsea. You know what I mean? You didn't see it once.
More mobility than him, that's what it is. It's like a mobility.
But actually, Mazraoui is more clever than Maguire. He wouldn't compromise himself if he knows he can't be back in time.
Yeah,
like Maguire is very bad at judging what he can do.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you, man. I think it's one of them ones where, you know, we do need to buy a centre back as well. I would agree with that, but again, like I said to you, we don't know what the thing is. What the worrying thing for me is that what is the centre back pairing next season? Do you guys can you guys confidently tell me what the centre back pairing is for next season? That is still a bit of a worry.
No, it's a problem.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Brother, I seen him on the United video. The guy looked homeless, man. He looked like he was like he'd been through it, man. You know what I mean? Because he ever turned back to his best. You know what I mean? You don't know.
You don't know. Because I really like De Ligt, but we can't rely on him at the moment. You can't say based on what we've seen, to be honest, so far, I would have to put Heaven and Mazraoui. Even though it's one game, you know they are going to be fit and you know they are kind of good. But that's far from ideal because you don't want Mazraoui to play every game because he picks up injuries here and there. He's not a centre-back to start with. And you don't want to put too much pressure on Heaven. Heaven and Euro are actually very, very good talents. We always say this. And we don't want them as centre-backs to play too much. It's a position you get into your prime much later and you get burned out very quickly if you start playing too much, too young. Like they're too good for us to play them every week, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't tell you, brother. That is a big concern because at the same time, even though Maguire can be a good backup, you know what I mean? Even Heaven, the thought of Heaven starting next season is also a big.
It's a concern.
Because at the end of the day, he's still a player that's developing. You feel me? You wouldn't want to put the pressure on him, even though he has handled it. You can't be like, yo, start the season and be like, yo, are you ready? You get me? Like, yo, we're starting the season with you. And then you know, and also you got to have the centre back like Gabriel Saliba. You know, you need to be aiming for that sort of like level as well.
But then what we're saying is it two because Martinez has injury problems and De Ligt has injury problems.
It probably is two then.
So what are we saying? We need two starting centre backs.
No, what I'm saying is if Lisandro isn't if De Ligt isn't recovered by the time we start and isn't looking like the same De Ligt I think for me having Maguire as a starting centre back does then become the concern. Hence why
that's the problem. He shouldn't be. He shouldn't be the starting.
So then you have the left-hand side, Heaven. Lisandro Martinez, bro. The guy could have nearly been sent off today. The guy he's a reckless player. And I like Martinez, but he's reckless. You can't trust him. So therefore, you are then starting the season with a centre-back pairing that you just don't know. I get what
you're saying. It is a concern. I do, but I'm a fan of Heaven. Like I also Euro as well.
Same.
Like obviously it's not ideal. You don't want them starting together week in, week out. But we have been linked to centre backs. What do we go and do? Do we decide to get rid of Martinez and or De Ligt and then go in that area again and try and improve there? So it's a question for the higher ups. They got to figure that out.
I just don't want to see Maguire and Martinez anymore. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to see him anymore.
And those two is not working. Like we've had enough evidence.
Yeah, exactly.
Martinez
they held on to Lindelof too long.
Martinez and
they're not mobile enough between the two of them.
Exactly.
Yo, listen, I want a new team, bro. I really want a new team. You know, I'll be honest with you. I think for me,
Saeed, we know, man. We know.
Like I'll be honest with you.
You have a whole new 8. It'd just be Mano, wouldn't it, for you? And that's it.
Yeah, like, at the end of the day, like as much as you think, like this team, you also right now have a team of 26, I believe, 25. So let's just look through the squad now, So this is the forward line. I don't know why they've done it like this. Is this a new website, by the way?
Yeah, the website pissed me off the other day. I was doing the.
What is this, man? You put those guys at the top.
Is this? Are the goalkeepers? Yeah. This is utter.
This is looking like some flipping. I don't know, man. It's a weird website. What the hell? So the goalkeeper, we need a new goalkeeper as well. Backup goalkeeper.
We've got Vitek coming in, haven't we? He's been player of the season at Brighton.
Yeah. So we need Vitek there. That's good. Yeah. Right. we need a left back to
a right back.
A right back. I'm gonna allow it just for one more season. You get me, Mascherano. Listen,
that's why he's going to be injured half of the season side, and then we're stuck with the low. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but it's just. I agree with you, Ash. It's just a matter of priorities at this point.
Lisandro, I'll be honest with you. If big cash came in for him, I'd sell him. I'll be honest with you.
What's big cash? 20 million.
I'd say 20, 25 million, maybe. I think we could get up to at least 25, 30.
Yeah, we got 40 for Garnacho. We should be able to get 40 for Martinez.
Yeah.
No. 20 snapping on for 20.
Malassi's going to get sold. Aguilar's going to stay one more year. Diego Leone, this guy could have been it, but I don't know, bro. I've not seen him.
Bro.
Yo,
he's like,
what the hell's going on this guy here, man?
Is he not like 18 or something like that?
Brother, listen. Okay, cool, but get him out alone then, innit? You know what I'm saying? Next season.
No,
he hasn't even played. Has he even played for the under 18s or under 21s?
He struggled. Yeah, he struggled for him. He struggled for him every time. He struggled for him. So that's just a transfer boom. That's Bebe to 2.0. Do you know what I mean? That's, someone got a backhander for that transfer.
Damn,
man. Yep, top player. I think we've got to sell Fredrickson. I'll be real with you. Delit's question mark. We don't know what it's about. Diego Dallo, I think for me, he's staying.
You stay about selling him in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Dogu, for me, backup left back, whoever, or play left wing as well. But for me, backup left back as well.
So you see him again today playing in the final third, and you still saying left back?
Brother, I swear down, bro. I still think, for me, people need to relax with this Dogu left wing. Like
he's a winger, man.
No, but I think for me, you know what it is, bro, man.
He's a winger.
People expect him to do winger stuff, but it's not a winger. Like I'm saying, yes, it worked for Man City and Arsenal, but Mandem are having too much expectation. And when expectation comes in, Flawless, don't be disappointed when you don't get what you want.
I know what Dogu's gonna give me though.
Yeah, but if you put him with a left winger, and you then have him and say, for example, a left winger, he can work better because then he can go up and down. You see, I
don't trust him defensively.
But then how many defenders can you trust? Let's be honest, Mandem, There's not many defenders like left backs that are good at both of them, bro. You name me 3 left backs in world football that are good at both. Tell me now.
It's tough to find, but what I'm saying is he's clearly better offensively than he is defensively. So why don't you realize that?
He can still be
I don't think he's a left back. I really don't. Like, I don't get why. You see him play well again today. Well, get on the pitch and be effective. Should have almost set up the goal. Why are we putting him at left back? Why are we stifling it? Even off the ball, what he gives you as well up there, the running in behind and spinning in behind. Why is that? So I don't get that. Even today,
no.
Bruno played the ball down the side, and he's then picked out the cross, and then we should have ended up scoring, but Cunha didn't end up scoring. He's not. He's not a fullback.
What I'm saying to you, listen, I think he can play left back. I think he can play that effectively, but I still also believe his game still needs maturing. He still needs to get there, and that's why I'm saying that just manage your expectations as to what you would.
But my expectations for him ain't high. I look at him as a backup left winger. My expectations ain't over through. I know what he's gonna give me.
Yeah,
my expectations ain't mad with Dogu.
No. I agree.
I know what he's going to give me on the ball. I know what he's going to give me off the ball. And I think that's important for both ends playing there as well. I know we go stretch the pitch.
He could be a good utility player.
Behind. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm not saying he can't play left back, but I'm saying as a left winger, if we're going to go sign a left back, so what? It's a new left back, Shaw and him. That don't make no sense. And we're talking about signing a left winger. That's the point that I'm making.
But I think we could have him at left back, left wing, and you know what I mean? That right wing as well. You know what I mean? He can play there as well if you want to.
This is my point. He's one of the attackers we have who actually spins in behind. He's different. All the left wingers we're talking about are very similar to Cunha. He gives us something different.
Exactly. This is why we need actually a left wing as Flawless. You're basically making the point in the sense that everyone we have on the left side, like Shaw and Cunha, they come in. So it just
we need a Doku. We need a
Doku. Here the thing
is
with that, Adam. No, all of the left wingers we've been linked to do that as well. They all do the same thing.
But Ndiaye is actually a real winger, so he can actually.
No, he's a real winger. No, and that is quality. But what I'm saying is, he's not a running behind like a Dogu. He's a getter. He's more similar to Cunha than he is Dogu. Is the point that I'm making. He don't spin in behind. He gives us that running in behind, like the chance he created today. Yeah. Maybe outside, maybe Mbremo is probably the only other attacker we have who does that, who makes that run and crosses that ball. You need different horses for courses. His ability, all our players are, not all of them, but the most of our attackers are to feet and then spin. He'll run off the ball, is what I'm saying, which is key. But that's just my opinion.
I was not thinking of a left winger to make the pass in behind. Someone that can actually stretch the pitch with the ball. Like a real proper winger. So this is what Cunha can't do or doesn't do, and this is what something in Ndiaye could do more. Or someone else, basically. I don't know. Because it's not Luke Shaw that's going to give you that.
Oh yeah, we need a left back, man. We need a left back.
We're talking about left backs, so we need a left back. Like Luke Shaw's got to be replaced, and because if Luke Shaw's not in the team now, who plays? Like who plays left back?
That's what I'm saying.
Probably
who ends up playing there?
Probably go Dogo, to be honest.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Or you go Lisandro Martinez because Luke Shaw doesn't stretch that much. So basically, you flip it into a back three kind of in possession.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go up this here. So after that, Ogati will be sold. Collier will be sold. Dango.
Can I just a moment for sadness for those two players that just passed?
Yeah.
It just feels so weird.
I thought genuinely someone. I was about to say, wow, who passed this guy?
Have you seen the way they put like
it's the first thing I
was just about to say, wow, who passed? Like I was about to say, oh, serious, like genuinely, what's happened? I thought something genuinely happened, but go on.
I did not think of that. You know what, Toby Collier, I was a big fan of Collier. I would take him back, to be honest.
Don't know about
so that. In that regards, it's one of them ones. Obviously, we've got Kobe. Mason might need to go, but again, he's a credible midfielder in there. Kobe, Bruno, Casemiro. Look at that, guys. So we basically got one midfielder of credible, and that is Kobe next season because Ogati will leave. Mason Mount is in an 8 years and a 6. He's in a 10. We don't know what he is, And then you've got Bruno as a 10. So you haven't got any central midfielders apart from Kobe Mainu. So again, you need 3. And then up front, you've got Joshua Zirkzee, who probably will leave next season. Benjamin Šeško, Cheeto still young, and Bumo Ahmad Cunha. So I've just named you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You can see midfield and defense are actually the weaker areas.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 players, bro. If I was to get rid of the players that we 18. And Arsenal's is around 25, 26.
Yeah, we know what
you can see midfield and defense.
So 18. So you added 3, that's, you know what I mean? So that's 21. And then you add in if you add in the 6 that you get 24. If you get 6 signings, you get 24 players. And that's a very good squad. You see how that changes then?
Yeah, but 6 signings is a lot though.
It is a lot, but bro, it has to be done.
It has to be done.
How many did we sign this summer? Was it 4 or 5?
We signed 4.
4. All right.
We could have bought him another midfielder. Arsenal signed 5 last window.
Yeah, we could sign 6. You know what I mean? Not necessarily have to be starters and stuff.
How much did Liverpool spend this summer? How much Liverpool sign? How many players?
They spent half a billion is how much they spent.
It got Alice, Frimpong, Wirtz, Isak, Ekatike, and Kirkes. They got 5.
Yeah, for 400 mils though.
Didn't sign a couple of young centre backs as well.
Yeah, Leone and Thingy. So they bought 7 players since January, since summer. 7. I think for me, it's one of them ones where if we want to be serious, man, we've got to do what we need to do. If we're not, then we're going to be here talking about the same things every time.
Right. You're right.
You know what I mean? So, and then you've got players that need to get back in form. Amad Diallo, it's another one that get back in form.
Hopefully, that's improve with the rest of the team.
Yeah. I agree. You think Bruno, by the way, is getting this record, by the way, or do you reckon it's done now?
How many games are left? How many games left?
2 games left.
Yeah, you can get an assist in each game. Yeah, I think he can do it.
The thing is, the Brighton game is going to be tough, because we're playing against them. They want to finish in the Europa League, So it's really and truly the Nottingham Forest game. I think if he doesn't get any in the Nottingham Forest game, I think he's cooked. I'll be real with you, because I don't think he gets 2 in the Brighton game. 2.
Yeah, he's got to get 1 in it. Yeah, he's got to get 1 in the next one. Yeah,
he's got to get 1 in the Forest game. I hope Crook. He's got to get 1. and then you get, but obviously get 2 in this game. But when's his last assist, by the way? Is it not?
I don't know. It depends. If Casemiro plays, he's got a chance.
No, that was an assist.
No, Sesko was an assist because he had touched the keeper. I don't know.
It might be Chelsea, you know. Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea. I think it might be Chelsea, chat. Last assist.
Has he not made an assist since then?
Not Brentford. Sesko.
Brentford.
Sesko, I think he touched the keeper. I think he touched the keeper.
It might be Brentford. Was it Brentford? I think it might be. Yeah, it might be Brentford, chat. Okay, cool. Brentford then, yeah. So, yeah, I think for me, Casemiro's got to come in against... I don't know what the injury was. Has Carrick even said the injury? Does anybody even know?
Sesko's?
No, Casemiro's.
Oh, no. No, I don't know.
Casemiro,
taking a break, innit?
Yeah, he's probably taking a break, but, yo, listen, man said break, you know, bro. You got to play, man. What do you mean break, man? We got 2 games left, fam. Man said break, you know. He said, yeah, he's fine. It's not a major issue. Benjamin will have to wait and see. So, yeah, he said Casemiro will be fine. Not a major issue. Benjamin Sesko will have to wait and see. So that's the problem. So he said he's back next week. So, yeah, man. Like I said, he's got to be, man. This is his final home game at Old Trafford. You know what I mean? So that'll be a very, very emotional one for a lot of the fans to see Casemiro play his final game for Man United at Old Trafford. That'll be a big, big moment. But then again, I've got a feeling, that might be the game where Michael Carrick then speaks to the crowd, doesn't he? Does he not speak to the crowd then? I mean, he did that last time, Ash. Ruben Amorim. Spoke to the crowd.
People,
don't chat to the crowd, man. We good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think for me, allow this crowd, man.
Allow it.
Like, if you ain't a rapper, this ain't a concert, man. We good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Maybe he gets announced then. I don't know.
Yeah, get
that might be the time to announce the manager then, because I feel like that's when you can really catch people out there. You can be like, yo, let's announce Carrick there. Boom. And if he does that, then boy, it's almost like that kiss of death in it, really. You know what I mean? That you don't want to see. But who knows, man? Who knows, man? Like I said, man.
The Amorim speech, man, I never felt so embarrassed about
man.
The weather, man. The good days and the storm and shit.
The good days. They will be back.
You knew it was peak the moment they kept telling us he was a poet. From that moment on, we should have known.
Yeah.
Should have known.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Absolutely, bro. So, yeah, I agree, man. I think for me, it's one of them ones where you just got to just get me like, yeah. What it says here, why would he chat to the crowd if he's not confirmed full manager? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I don't know. Normally, that's what happens, unless they just do a walk around and then they just go back into the thingy. But normally,
usually do it to thank the fans, don't they? They do it every season. Just say thanks for your support this season and all that kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? Appreciate you being here. Next season, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but thanks for your support. We expect you to be back next year. All that bullshit, and then
man. Come on, bro. Come on, man. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. For me personally, that's what I would do in my humble opinion. That's what I will do, man. So. Yeah, let's just keep it clean. But at the same time, it needs to be that they announce something, because everybody's starting to get itchy feet now, and everyone's starting to realize, yo, man, if they really want to stay on that Carrick side, or they want to be in for the new manager, maybe it's a good time to decide and then go from there. But then that then means a situation of like, how long then do you chase that other manager? Iraola, Nagelsmann, you wait all summer. It's a big risk. You're taking a massive, massive risk then of waiting the whole summer for a new manager. Because if you end up doing that, you're then waiting a long time. Then you get me. And then how does that eat into our transfer window? It's like the World Cup's come at the wrong time for us this season, but it is what it is, man. We move. People, let's get these likes up, man. I don't even think we've even got decent amount of likes. You know, we've got 277 likes. You know, that is mad. How the hell have we got 277 likes? Like, what are you lot doing in the chat?
Run up the likes, man.
Run up the likes, man. Yo, chat. Just get these likes up, man. All you got to do is just tap that button there, man. It don't cost you a penny. Let's get up to 400 likes, man. You lot have been in the chat. Some of you lot have been in here for over an hour and you haven't liked the video. So all you got to do is just go on your phone. You see where this like button is here? Just give it a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm, gives us a boost, and it also just shows your appreciation to the stream that you've enjoyed it, or you've just, you know what I mean? Like, you're just helping us out. So please do hit that like button if you can, people. That'll be amazing. Ash, man, it's good to have you back. And hopefully next Saturday, when we do have our chat, it'll be a good one. You feel me?
Yeah, we'll see. Excited to be at the stadium again.
Yeah.
And I'm more excited about Champions League next season, being at the stadium. Can't wait for that now. Do you know what I mean? Hearing the music and that, and maybe going to a few away games as well. Hopefully a couple of big away games. Don't we get extra games as well in this new format at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Now? Instead of 4, do we get 6? Extra 2, yeah. So buzzing with that. And hopefully a big game and then the odd one like against Bodo or someone. Do you know what I mean? That'll be interesting. But no, I'm excited. I'm happy to be in the position we are. You know, we've been through a lot of pain over these last 18 months on this channel here, this show. So we've been through it. Like we've seen a lot. We've suffered, and we're looking like we're coming through the other side of it. And hopefully, there's many joyous occasions to be had on this show and this stream for the next foreseeable future. And I'm excited to be part of it. And I appreciate you having me as always, Saeed, and chatting to Flawless and Adam and Double A. Hopefully, everything's going well with his family and stuff, and chat as well. Appreciate you always, being there and hitting the like. So yeah, no, thanks for having us.
Yeah, come on, bro. Make sure you lot hit the like button, and then make sure you lot subscribe to Ash as well. Links in the description. Adam, big up to you as always. Love for coming on.
Thank you for having me, my bro. It's a pleasure as always. This show, man, always is. So thank you. Thanks to yourself, the chat, Ash, Flawless, my brother. So all good, man. All blessed. Thank you very much, Saeed.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Big up to you. I'm Flawless, man. Big up to you, bro.
Yo, blessings for having me as always, Saeed, man. I appreciate you having me on your platform on a weekly basis. Always enjoy these shows. Are much better when we're talking much more positive about Manchester United. Like, that also helps. You know what I'm saying? When we're not getting packed up every week. So yeah, big up to you, Saeed. Ash, good to have you back as well. Always good chopping up with Adam as well, and shouts to the chat too.
Yeah, for real. Make sure you lot do that, people. Floss, you're going live, innit?
Yeah. I'm going live now.
Q&A, yeah?
Q&A, that's the one. Yeah,
that's the one, people. So yeah, we're gonna redirect to Flawless as well. I'm gonna be watching a box. I think Fabian Wardley and
literally I got it on now. Yeah, they just setting up. They're in the ring and that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. There you go, man. So I'm gonna watch that fight now. Big up to everyone locked in. Smash a like on the video. Tomorrow, West Ham game and the El Clasico as well. Don't forget, guys, El Clasico. Sure, many watch. We'll be there, guys. You know what I'm saying? Hey, people, we'll be there, my people. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, like, share, comment, and head over now to Flawless channel. And we'll see you there. Peace.